All right, I'm about to take you on a tour of the reading apps that you have available on your iPad. Follow along here. I'm going to have a few places for you to stop and log in yourself. You can always minimize this video and be trying your own login on your own uh, as we go through each one. You can find all the apps that we will talk about under self-service here by just searching their names in the search feature. I've actually already downloaded them to save some time, so I just want to show you how I am keeping all of my reading apps in one place. As you can see, my iPad is not all that organized, but I do organize my reading apps, so it's super easy to shuffle between them. So whether you want to title it like I did with this reading, or if you want to title it a different way, find one place on your iPad where you're going to keep all of these reading apps together. The first app that's really awesome and has some cool features is Epic. Many of you have used it. You're going to press this have an account, sign in, because Mr. Becker has already very awesomely created an account for all of us. And you're going to press student sign in, and the sign in is this GWH sorry, I want to make sure I get this right. GWH4094. Now, we have some other class signing codes. You're welcome to use those accounts too. I just want to say that if you're the person who's changing names, don't be a turd. Please allow everyone to keep their profiles for just themselves. So as you sign in, you're going to see that Mr. Becker has listed all of the middle schoolers on and given them each an account. If you don't see yours, make sure you email me or Mr. Becker. But anyways, I'm going to use the guest login to show you around. Oops. I know Epic's changing that, but let me... Oh, shoot. Now I can't log in at all. Well, you're going to find your account here. When you go in, you can search through a lot of different books. You can be read. You can read by yourself. You can be read to. There's a lot of fun materials there. All right, the next app I want to show you is Libby, and this is an awesome app. Lots of good books. The login is a little tricky, so follow along as I do this too. It's going to ask you a first question. Do you have a library card? Yes, you do. Awesome. Then you're going to want to choose the second option. You can look up, or actually, yes, guess my library. Oh my gosh, I knew that would be a bad idea. Okay, I'll search for a library instead. And you can either type in your zip code or you can type in St. Paul Public Library. And if I put the keyboard down, I'm going to see St. Paul Public Library. Click on that. And then you're going to enter your library account details. And remember that your card number is your barcode. So it's that 22091 and then your lunch number, excuse me, your student lunch number. So I'm going to put mine in quick. You will add yours. Then you're going to press go. I think actually mine's a little different, so give me a second for teachers it's a little different, so let me just cheat code. Okay, so I've got my card, and as you can see, I can at any point take out 25 books from the library, and I can put 10 on hold. So those are ebooks or in-person books. Alright, so I want to show you a couple ways to make searching for a book easy. One of the favorite things I figured out, one thing I hate when I'm on these apps is I find a book I love and then it's like a 2-year wait to get it. So I like to go to the what's available. And then once I'm in what's available, I can refine my search. And I can do like juvenile or young adult. Juvenile is just another word for kids. And that's how I can really find a lot of good stuff. And I'm dead serious. There's like amazing books on here. You're gonna recognize some from our libraries. So like Click's a popular graphic novel. I can borrow if I know right away that I like it, or I could just read a sample. So a sample will show you kind of how the book is set up. You can just swipe your way through the book, take a look, see if you like it, and then if you like it, you can go back and borrow it. Okay. I'm not going to borrow it because there's only one left and I hope somebody reads it, but you get the idea. So, and if you'd like to filter more, you can also kind of sort by popularity. You can sort by the format. You can also add in like other links like, oh, I just want fantasy, so I'm just going to find fantasy books. Super, super legit app, Libby. Another app that's really cool to use is the Cloud Library. Once again, it has a little bit of a login process, so let me show you how to get through it. You are welcome to choose any language that you know well. I do not have a language I'm fluent in besides English. I'm going to tap the screen to continue, and then I'm going to find my country, United States of America, and best state, Minnesota. Once I'm here, I'm going to scroll down and pick St. Paul Public Library, and I'm going to enter that card info again. So if you copied it before, you could paste it right now. I need to add in, so yours will be 600. Mine's different because I'm a teacher, but I just want to show you how to log in. Okay, so now I'm logging in. And like right away, I'm getting to a lot of good stuff. Some ways that you can get right to what you like is by filtering whether you like an ebook or an audiobook. I gotta say this app's a little bit more clunky, but one cool thing I found was this. If I go to my books, oops, no, not my books, browse, then I can start to like tell the app what I like to see and what I don't. So place I'd start is like teens and kids. So if you're like, okay, watch it load. If you're like, oh, I love action adventure, you can star it so it always comes up. So I'm just going to go through and star a few things that I like. Ooh, I like mystery. I might go over to teen and think, okay, well, I like cooking and food too. Let's see. Oh, social themes, dope. So that way, anytime I come back to browse, those ones are going to be listed first for me. So as you scroll through these, you can see that there's a ton of different books to choose from. And then if you want to do it in a different view, this will help you pull up a lot at once. Okay, another app is Mac and Via. Now, in order to log into this, the logins like your S plus your lunch number and your AZZ password. So if you don't have that, make sure that you email Mr. Becker or Miss MP to help you out with that. So you're just going to press sign in, and then you're going to type in American Indian magnet, and it'll actually pop up if you get enough of it put in, and it'll pop you into the next screen. I'm going to press login, and it's going to transfer you to the Clever login. If you've got a Clever badge login from before, you could use that. Otherwise, your Active Directory works just fine. So I'm going to click on that, and that would be S plus your lunch number plus your AZZ. Because I'm a teacher, mine's E, but yours would be S. So I'm going to put that in quick, and then my password. Let's hope I got it right. All right, it's going to take a second to log in, but then boom, I'm there. Got lots of different things I can do. I can pick a different topic or genre. These are, I believe, all like authors and books that are aimed towards like teenagers and middle schoolers. So I can just look through ebooks. oops. Yeah, I would just click around. As you can see, it's a little bit more clunky, excuse me, but there's definitely a lot of titles. So like, cool. Well, sad. Only one of those, but anytime you do a filter, you can clear it and try something new. So play around with it a little bit, and you can find a lot of cool things. All right, the next two I'm going to explain at the same time because they take the same login, and that's the Tumblebook apps. So for both of them, the username and password are the same, the username's the same for both, and the password's the same for both. So it'd be SPPS, all lowercase, as you can see, and then LIB1920. So LIB1920. And then I'm just gonna log in. And this is super cool. It has a ton of like graphic novels, chapter books, all kinds of things. So like for example, in the arrow at the bottom will direct you back. Like this is a series we have in our classroom. So I could add to favorites if I want to add it, so I have it for later, or I can go right into reading. And it's just there might be some adjusting that needs to be made to see some of this, but overall it's just a scroll. And man, it's so cool. So anytime you need to go back, it's the bottom left corner. Okay, and you can toggle between lots of different genres and types. There's even some videos of books. So lots of fun things to do here. And then the same login for here. So remember to put school, and then it's SPPS, and then I need to go to password, and once again it's LIB1920. And then we're going to log in, and you're going to see that some of these books are maybe ones that you remember from when you were growing up, oldies and goodies, and this would be a great app to use as you maybe read to your younger brothers or sisters. Remember that they really learn a lot hearing other people read, so helping them out like that is amazing. There's also, if you're not able to read along with them because you're doing other things, there's lots of read-alongs for you or for them. Lastly, speaking of younger siblings, another way to help them out would be to download Storyline online, and this is just a place you can go to find great children's books that famous actors or famous people are reading. So Al Gore, former vice president, one of my favorite books growing up. We got some people who are going to read it. So if you click on the video, it's going to take you.
Welcome to Storyline Online, brought to you by the Screen
to someone
Actors
reading
Guild
the book.
Foundation.
So check that out if you think that could help your younger siblings.